Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm here joined with Inti Campo.
Good morning, people. How are you?
And today we got an exciting show for you. We're going to be talking about, first off, the banks, with their money laundering of $2 trillion. They seem to be able to get away with murder and theft and racketeering and everything else, right? Because, we don't have any laws for those things. Oh, wait, that's right, we do.
No, we did.
And also, we're going to be talking about yield farming, and we're going to also be talking about my backup channel. And just so you know that I'm going to be cutting this a little bit shorter, the question and answers, and then moving the question and answers to the Twitch, to my Twitch channel. So if you're not subscribed to the Twitch channel, please do so. The link is in the description below. And afterwards, we're going to answer the questions. We're going to close off the stream and answer the questions on Twitch. So that's going to be lots of fun as well. All right. With that said, Inti's got a few words to say before we get on to the TA of the day.
Yes. As always, people, it is worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
All right. Thank you, Inti. All right. So I wonder how well this green screen will do, right? We're going to do a green screen today. I'm going to set it up today.
Today?
And we're going to see what it looks like today. And then also we're going to set up your new camera.
Awesome.
If you get the cable for us.
yeah. I screw up yesterday.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't feel bad. All right. So let's get on to the TA for the day. All right. So Bitcoin. This is not going to moon, man. We said, please go to moon. Didn't we say that? Don't we sing that every day? We pray, Bitcoin, please go to moon. Stop going down now. And it's not doing it. And you know what? Hopefully we've bounced off of the right. If we go to the weekly EMA, let's go to the weekly. We've still got a little bit of room to probably retest the 10,100 level. Maybe test even down as low as the 9,000 the 9,800 area and stuff like that. It wouldn't surprise me if we do something like that. But unfortunately, if we break here and we do any kind of close, 4-hourly close below $9,831, you don't want to know where this thing is going to go. But let's just do that anyways. Let's just assume that happens. And we take an AB equals CD chart. Let's see here. Where is it? Let's do it. Oops. All right, there we go. AB equals CD, and we see where we could actually turn if we break this level. Oof. 8,460 is where we could break. We could stop, and it's not good, because I really think that if we're going to head here, we might as well head all the way to 61.8 and 7,143. So not going to be good if we roll over here and we break down from this level. We break the $10,000 level. Let's hope we decouple from the markets, because I remember waking up and seeing the futures market on the regular on S&P and Dow was not looking so good. So hopefully we either it turns around, the stock market turns around, or we decouple. All right, going to a shorter time frame, right? You can see that we are indecisive mode. We're coiling up the 4 hour, so there's going to be a major move coming eventually. So it may not. It may. It looks like we may round up here and head back up a little bit, but yeah. Is this the hourly? This is the hourly. Oof. Okay, 4 hour. Okay, the 4 hour says yes. I thought so. I was wondering about that. The 4 hour says that we've got more downside possibly. The hourly doesn't say that, but the 4 hour says we have a possible more downside because we bounced off the 61.8, but not decisively. All right, let's head over to Ethereum because things are a little bit more clear on Ethereum. We can see that, again, like I've said, we are probably going to bounce off of this trend line, and we did. This is a good sign. We just need to go back up head up to the 13 EMA, and maybe close above that to really say, okay, well, maybe things have turned positive for Ethereum. Let's take a look at the shorter time frame. What does the 4 hour tell us? Yeah, again, it's pretty much reads like Bitcoin, more downside. We got a solid Davo coming up here. But the good thing is it's a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio down. Because the way it's set up, it may not work out. The way that because it's way below the EMA here on the OBV, and well, although we don't have a divergence. That's always a positive sign for this bearish move. So if I were to trade this Davo, it would be, we would look, yeah, it's right about there. It would be the stop loss at $349 would be the stop loss, and we'd take a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio because we didn't cross the EMA on the on-balance volume. So let's take a look, see where that leads us. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, so 309. It's not the end of the world, but still not the greatest. Ethereum could go as low as $280. All right. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cold here, but I'm pushing through. All right, I want to thank everyone who has purchased the DJ15 token. I want you to know that you will be rewarded for holding this. Well, I mean, I can't promise that for sure, but I will do my best because right now we're working really hard to improve the channel. We've actually purchased software to help us improve the SEO and improve a lot of other things that allows us to gain more views. And to actually, when we gain more views, obviously we're going to gain more profit. And I'm going to share that. I'm going to gift some of that profits to the DJ15 holders because, hey, you know what? You guys paid for all of this, and I want to reward you guys because I feel that that's something that I want to do, and as a personal gift to the holders of DJ15 token. So I'm going to also be working on this website. I haven't gotten a chance to work on this, but I will get to it. And I will, once I have the website up and running, I will change the token icon here and register it properly so that it shows up nicely. And then that will help improve buyers and stuff like that. But you know what? You want to be able to buy this cheaply before everybody else does, because, man, once I start gifting out the rewards, I think people are going to start buying it up in order to get benefits. So yeah. All right. Also, before we get to the news, you know what? I also have a backup channel. If you're not subscribed to that, please do. Right now, Chris is editing the videos and shorting them down so that if you want to see an edited version of the videos, and some of those are really funny. The way he's edited the videos, it's just awesome, man. You have to go and check out his edited version of the videos afterwards. It's awesome. And going forward, we're just going to be showing the edited version, not the live version. Alrighty, and only the live version will be available to DJ15 token holders. Okay, with that said, let's head on to the news of today, which is, banks move $2 trillion defying money laundering orders. Now, at least I was listening to Peter Schiff this morning, and he was saying that the banks were just disclosing, what's it called? Suspicious activity reports, and this is like a non-issue, and I have to disagree, because documents identifying more than $2 trillion in transactions between 1999 and 2017 that were flagged by the financial institution's internal compliance office as possible money laundering. Right? Okay. And criminal activity reports. The top two banks and Deutsche Bank which disclose 1.3 trillion of the suspicious money in files. J.P. Morgan, which discloses 514 billion, and the analysts found. Other lenders include HSBC, Standard Chartered PLC, and Bank of New York Mellon. It says, okay. First off, right? If you think that these banks are doing something positive, right? And they're like, this is just suspicious activity reports, and they're not actually doing anything wrong. First off, the suspicious activity reports never came into effect until sometime well after the 9/11 attacks. So, and this reports come from 1999. Second, right? It's not like these banks are all angels and don't do anything wrong here, right? If you go through your history, you Google, like, for example, if you just Google every single year, right? Every single year, HSBC Bank has been caught money laundering over and over again and been fined. Every single year. Okay? So, this is not something like, oh my God, I'm surprised this is happening. We found this thing out. We found this information out just now. No, dude. No. They have been a major criminal organization from the very beginning. And it's not like, and you can pretend, well, we don't have the losses. What are you smoking? How many times have you heard of law being passed to stop money laundering, right? And those laws, right, are not to stop money laundering, as you can see, right? Here, right, year after year, HSBC has been caught money laundering, right? If you type that in Google, you'll find news articles like crazy, right? Those laws, there's been laws on the books to prevent these guys from money laundering. It's not about money laundering. It's about reporting your butt to the government so that they can tax you. That's all it's about. They can money launder, those banks can money launder the criminals all they want, because you know what? Honestly, the truth is, the reality is that, you know what? The government is not going after the criminals. They don't care. They're never going to get their money anyways. But they want to get your money. And that's what it's all about. Getting your money into the government's hands. All right. And, you know, you can say that, maybe it's just, they just want to make sure people are paying taxes. But no. These banks do a lot of criminal activities, like the Bank of New York Mellon. I don't know if you remember this, but I do. It steamed me to no end back in 2011, right? When these guys got caught right? Robbing pension funds, right, by giving them the worst of the worst rates ever, when they promised them the best rates. And it was a clear, I mean, it was like all over the news. Clear criminal activity. People were going to go to jail. They were saying over and over again. And all that got scrubbed from the internet. All that got scrubbed from YouTube. Because you know what happened? You know what happened to these guys? Well, not only did they not go to jail, right? But they changed the law allowing them to rob the pension funds and give them the worst currency exchange rates. Do you see who the government works for, and what is really going on? It's not, whenever you see a law in order to stop crime, it's not about that. It's about controlling you, not about controlling corporations. Always remember that. All right. With that said, let's head on to the main topic of the day, which is the yield farming that's going on. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Does that bode confidence to you?
That's a default emoji for any cell phone. It's not even an original logo or something.
I don't feel confident in investing my money seeing an emoji, a little icon with a sushi chef, right? But okay, you click on that and then you see, what does this all mean, right? Now, and I'm going to explain all this, right? If you can see here that you can actually, it's now 35%, the yield, but we said it yesterday. Excuse me, it was 38%. But you could take your bitcoins, go to some sort of contract or company, and they could turn those bitcoins into a wrapped bitcoin, and then you can place it on Ethereum, and then what you can do through Uniswap, you can, and if you have Ethereum as well, of course, you can use your wrapped bitcoin and Ethereum and earn 35% right now, right? That's 0.1% per day. Yeah. Compounding. Yeah. Okay. So you can see how that's. I wonder if anybody can see how that's not going to work, right? Because you all know the story, right? You know, the mathematical trick that everybody's told at kindergarten, to go home and tell your parents that, hey, I want 1 penny for my allowance today, and tomorrow you're gonna double it, and the next day double it, and the next day double it. Well, at the end of the month, right? You would be at the $32 million, right? So your parents would be bankrupt. So obviously that can't happen with a limited supply asset of Bitcoin. And so this is absolute nonsense. And yeah, of course, yes, I get it. It's getting paid in dollars, right? And in the dollar value. But you're going to get bleeded out here, right? This will end up losing money, especially if we go into hyperinflation, especially if this is priced in dollars, right? And it's ridiculous, all of this stuff here, these yield farms, right? That you're getting these incredible rates in dollars, right? Even if it is in dollars, right? Let's just assume it's dollars, and I think it is, right? Because most of these are connected to the exchanges, the decentralized exchange. The exchange uses a pool mechanism and pays you out transaction fees based in dollars. So make sure that your balance is always paid in dollars. So with that said, right, you're seeing these incredible rates, and you're thinking, well, hey, I can't get that in my bank. I'll just do that. And look, there's no cost to me, right? I can make that money. Now imagine, okay, let's just assume that this is real in dollars. Let's go down to the real crazy ones right here, or some of the crazy ones. All right, so I think this one with 2,000. This is the waffle. You could use bake and bust and earn a $2,000. That's crazy. 2,000%. Sorry, 2,000%. That's absolute insane in the membrane level. And obviously, that's what? That's 5% a day. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah. Okay, that's sustainable. And yeah, maybe you can jump into this and make a little bit and jump out before this thing whole collapses. But you know that this is going to end badly somehow, right? Especially if we go into hyperinflation, this will just get wiped out, right? You will just, if you were just holding your Bitcoin, just holding your ETH, you'll realize that, hey, you know what, that was a lot better because you were getting paid in dollars form here, which was actually depleting faster than what you're earning here in these large numbers. And I don't believe that. I really think that these things will actually degrade over time, and then you'll find out that you're not going to be making all these kind of huge yields. All right. So with that said, let's head back to Inti, and we'll do our question and answers. But before that, I want to say thank you all for watching on the backup channel. Right, really appreciate it, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, off to the questions and answers.
Of the question and answers. Surprisingly, Super Google Lee isn't here today, so I'm going to start with Kev Allen. Kev Allen asks, if you had a crystal ball which would allow you to see one thing 5 years from now, what would you pick?
If I wanted to see one thing 5 years from now, what would I pick? That's a good question. Wow, I immediately wanted to default to like, what's the price of Bitcoin, right? But then I realized I already know what it's going to be 5 years from now, right? I already know that it's going to be worth a lot more than it is today. A lot more, a whole lot more. So I have to go with something else, right? That's real tangible and valuable. And I'm not really sure. Like you know what? I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one because I don't know. What would you pick, Inti?
It would be hard. I mean, if you want me to get greedy, I would go back to the future style, like getting a magazine of the winners, seeing who won in some sports and betting, but that is not true. I don't know. So it's like such a small window of something so important.
Yeah, I know exactly. It's just that I'm. You know what? Honestly, so even though I'm a Bitcoin, I love my Bitcoins. I love my altcoins. And I know that things are going to do well. I can't really say that I'd go and look in to see how well it did. So I'd have to go with something else basically because I'm so confident in this market because well, it's just math and there's no stopping this invention, and it's growing at an exponential rate so fast that you can't keep up to the whole technology of it, right? Every time I read something, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe somebody came up with something like that. And it's just nonstop like this in this industry. So I'm looking forward to the future here. Yes, we're bleeding out on the altcoins. We're bleeding out like crazy. And winter is here, basically, right? You could say. It is definitely here for the alts, right? But we will persevere, and I mean I've seen this all before, and you just have to stick to your rules of how well you want to do, how you stick to your rules of your trading plan, and you will do well. That's it. That's all you have to do, right, Inti?
Yes. Dio Trice says, I would want to know if Peter Schiff had any Bitcoin in the future.
That's not relevant, but yeah. If that was yours, I'd like to know that from you actually. But I wouldn't. That wouldn't be my choice. All right, next question.
Next question. This one is from Crypto Barber, and he asks, which yield farming platform would you recommend?
Which yield farming platform? Honestly, I don't recommend it. Honestly, and so I can't say that I would recommend one, right? But if you really, really want to use a yield farming platform, I guess it would have to be Wi-Fi, because it's the most secure, is the most likely one to do extremely well over time. So, yeah, Wi-Fi it is, right? Next question.
Crypto was from Twitch, by the way. We have a lot of questions from Twitch today.
Mhm.
Fractalite Zero asked about Pandora's wallet, and he wants to know if it will support Uniswap in the future.
Definitely. I think I might even try to add Uniswap before I add Binance, because one, Binance's API is just crap, and it would just be a nightmare, right? And so, and Uniswap is so much better, right? I mean, you have so much more options, right? And it's just easy one click. So yeah, and it's faster. So it just makes sense. Just makes total sense to use Uniswap inside of Pandora's wallet. And so I might as well go, once I do the ERC20 token, I switch over, add Uniswap right after that, then Binance. All right, next question.
Next question. Okay, this is from Mirko Tulner. Sorry if I pronounced your name badly, sir. And he asks, "Hi Davinci, some coins in Ledger and Trezor wallet are not even listed on CMP. I tried to look them up. Do some fundamental analysis but zero data. It's a shady thing for a reputable wallet to do. What are your thoughts?"
My thoughts on what was the token?
He didn't specify.
Okay, so my thoughts on, I guess, on the fact that he has tokens in what's it called, in his Ledger wallet that's not on CoinMarketCap.
Yes.
Oh wow! I mean, yeah, there's tokens that probably have died and they're still in the Ledger wallet.
This
probably
is listed on CMP.
on CMP.
Yes.
I don't know what CMP is. That's weird. I'm not sure what that means. He needs to let's give us a little bit more on that. So I'm not sure what he means by that. All right, next question.
Next question. So we just got a super chat from Mr. BM Construction Solution. This person asked, with Nasdaq and Hashdex coming out with crypto ETF by the end of this year, is it correct that many institutions will trade the ETFs and therefore not have an effect on the price of Bitcoin?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what's possibly going to happen in the future. Because, well, first off, the ETF is so far away, right? I think banks are not going when the ETF comes, it's not going to be a complete scam at first. It will have Bitcoins in it. I'm pretty sure of that. But because the reason why is because the banks are buying up the Bitcoins so that they can dump it, because there will be a massive bubble, and they know that, and they need to be able to sell to somebody else, right? In order to disperse their holdings, right? They're probably not going to sell it all, of course, right? But they need to disperse their holdings near the top. And so the best way to do that and to get the maximum exposure, maximum amount of people to buy it, is with an ETF, right? And so that's what they're going to probably do. And that's why I think the top of the market will be when we get an ETF in the future. All right, next question.
Next question. Okay. Spy PA asks, why Ethereum doesn't have a max supply? Is it inflationary?
Ethereum, yes, it never was meant to be a currency. It was meant to be used as gas for the smart contracts. So that's why they never placed a cap on how much Ethereum will ever be. But what they've decided to do actually is now burn Ethereum in the next version, Ethereum 2.0, with they're going to be burning transactions. And then on top of that, with the burn, they're also going to be using a proof of stake. So there's going to be people actually staking Ethereum and just storing it in order to earn effectively yield on Ethereum. But it's different, right? Because it's actually they're producing Ethereum. It's not like a yield farming kind of thing. So yield farming is basically price. I'm more than confident that the value that you get from yield farming in percentage term is based on a dollar values, not the actual Ethereum numbers or Bitcoin or whatever. It's based on dollars, right? The percentage that you earn. All right. Next question.
Next question. Okay, so Crypto 2021 from Twitch asks, can the Fed control the price of Bitcoin in the future? For example, not letting price go up.
Yes, I'm probably going to. They're going to take them a while before they could do that, but they probably will work on it if they're still around. If they're still around, that is, right? And I don't think they will be, right? That's what they did for gold, right? I mean, back in the 80s, right? When Paul Volcker raised the interest rates, the first thing he said was, you know what, my job would have been easier if we managed gold. And what do you think they did after that? They found ways to manage gold. So that's why gold is not chirping away at the fact that, hey, the money printer is going brr, every month, right? So they've controlled gold and they've controlled silver for the longest while now, and they need to, or else these indicators will flash. Hey, you got to get out of Dodge, right? And they don't want that to happen. All right, next question, and let's just say 2 more questions, and we'll call it a day for YouTube, and then switch to Twitch only.
Okay. So, Yorno Yanakobo, sorry if I pronounced your name badly, sir, ask, hi Davinci and Indy, what do you think about Polkadot staking a reward of 12%? 12%, sorry.
Staking rewards of 12% for Polkadot. Well, I think that's great if you can earn that much Polkadot. Seems like this technology is going to be used heavily, and everybody's interested in it. So, gaining 12% on your of Polkadot every year may turn out to be a positive thing, because it's I think going into the blow off top of Bitcoin and the bubble of Bitcoin, the next bubble of Bitcoin, you will make a serious amounts of money, because Polkadot is just everybody's going crazy for it. So I would take that 12% if you're interested in that. All right. Next question.
Before last question.
Last question, actually.
Yeah, before last question, Mr. BM Construction Solution sent a kind donation saying ETF plan by the end of this year.
Yeah, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Right? They've been talking about an ETF for a long time, and they kept delaying and delaying, and there's no reason for it other than I think that they're planning. The banks are planning to use that for something else. And hey, you know what? They did the same thing with the futures contract, right? The futures, the CBO and the CME, right? I knew once that was coming, I wanted to do a video saying, hey, that day will be the end of Bitcoin. But I just didn't want to be the guy who didn't want to make that call right away, because I felt it's too bold. but I should have, because it was the actual day that the whole thing collapsed. Bitcoin prices collapsed, because that's what the plan was, right? And they said it. So they said that we're gonna do this futures contract to tame Bitcoin, and it worked out perfectly. They bashed Bitcoin down. All right, next question.
Next and last question.
Yes.
Okay. I picked this one because everyone in the chat, for some reason, is talking about Cardano. So, 1QBit asks, 2020 was meant to be Cardano year all-time high of 1.31. That's terrible. Charles is dragging his heels. He thinks he will stay in the stage forever, but the inoperable chains are now making ADA obsolete. What do you think about this?
Well, I mean, yeah, the ADA has they've delayed their launch of I think it was Shelly is their chain Shelly, and so that really hurt them, and but it's at the same time, it wasn't the market was not ready for ready to pump them up anyway. So even if they did finish their everything on time, they still wouldn't have done well this year at all, period. And so long as they stick around anyways, they will do well in the next Bitcoin bubble. So don't worry about the fact that they've not done well so far. The next bubble, that you'll see them go 100x or something from the bottom, easily. So yeah, that's coming for Cardano. All right, well, thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining the stream. I'm not feeling 100% today. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a special video, evergreen video. We're going to be doing a special edited video that's not going to be a live stream, and publishing it, I don't know, maybe tomorrow, maybe on Monday. We haven't decided yet, but we're going to be working on that specific video.
Oh, sir, is what I'm thinking it is?
Sorry? No, probably not.
Oh,
Probably.
okay.
Probably. All right, so thank you for watching, and if you want to join us in the after party on Twitch, there's a link in the description below. Check that out, and see you guys on Twitch. So hang on. So why don't you just hold on, even if I'm going to show the end screen, but if you're on Twitch, just wait. All right. Thank you for watching, guys. Cheers.
Bye.